Hi!
Hi!
I am Coco Ferosha.
And I am Isis Mirage.
And we are here to review RuPaul's Drag Race, the last season, Ru-Vealed, bitches.
Yes, aka season 1,
Yes.
which feels kind of weird to say, but I'm glad these bitches getting a shine, so,
Yes.
and it gives us another season to review, so...
Alright, so let's get into it, honey. Okay, so we ain't even like 45 seconds into this bitch yet. And up pops motherfucking motherfucking Paul, honey.
Yes,
up in the corner. Hi. Bitch.
Now it makes sense why that guy done tweeted us that thing about the high and everything.
Yes.
Because I was like,
because I was like, yeah, you know, Rude's insane.
Makes sense.
But yes, God, honey, we giving it to you. You
yeah,
know.
that's sickening. Now, and one could say it's just because of Alaska, but either way, the stem is there. You know, it's there. So before we forget, I just want to say, you know, this is season 1. We're getting into season 6 now, so anything that we're talking about happened years ago, okay? So, you know, take what we're saying with a pinch of salt as usual, but even a little more at this time because it's like fucking years ago, you know?
Yeah.
So, yes, just keep that in mind.
Okay, so first into the workroom was Miss Chanel.
Of course.
And like Ru said, they put her in first because she came with all of that ass out, honey.
Yes!
Listen, I just came out to my mom about drag, whatever, and while we were back home, I'm like, okay, let me stick on some season 1. First episode, there's Chanel with her ass out. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, she turned it, and she's a showgirl always, you know?
So next in was Miss Nina Flowers,
yes,
and I remember the first time I ever saw this, and we was back home, and I was like, that bitch is sick.
Yes.
Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Like Miss Chanel said, she's just painted out of her mind, honey.
Yes.
Out of her mind. She came in with all the cosmetics and, you know, that sort of wave hairstyle, and it was 60s, but she was so cunty with it, you know?
Yes. And like, I remember the first time I watched it, she walked in and I'm like, oh, she gonna be such a bitch. But like, you know, that's the sickening pain.
Yeah.
You know, off the bat, Nina's telling Chanel how good she looks and everything. And I'm like, wow, how you look so fucking cunty, but you so nice though.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Nina Flowers is she's sickening and she knows it, and you know, she doesn't have to hide behind anything.
When Rebecca Glasscock came out, and RuPaul said, just another girl at the mall, I got my life a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. She came in with jeans. And you know, the little flip.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's crazy to think because season 6 coming up. Can you imagine any bitch having a nerve to walk up in there in some jeans like that?
Oh my god, no.
Especially them jeans.
It was so different, like, I don't know, it's crazy.
It's crazy, and like the little purse and everything.
Yeah.
But I ain't mad at it.
No.
I ain't mad at you.
Next up was Miss Ongina. And, you know, she came in giving the girls a classic look. She had the purse. She had the fascinator to match. You know, it was classic Ongina.
Yeah, and you can really tell that Ongina since then and now has really stepped her makeup game all the way up. Because back in the day I never even used to notice nothing funny or nothing, but like you see her now, she's a snatched, you know? Okay,
so next up was Miss Victoria Porkchop Parker with her little pussycat wig on. Yes, go! Yes, go!
Okay, so you thought you saw reality when you saw Rebecca, but Miss Victoria, darling,
yes,
with that short wig on and everything, I was like, Miss Thing.
She wants a Snickers.
She does.
So you better get her one.
She hungry. So next up in the workroom was my bitch Akasha, and like, I don't care, haters to the left, y'all can go
suck a fuck.
Like, that's my type of bitch right there. Like, that's my type of bitch. She came in giving you
primed and ready.
It's sitting. Yes, that like stripper, video vixen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up was Miss Tammy Brown, and I feel a Tammy Brown rant coming on again. Whatever, that's how mad I am. But Tammy Brown walked in there and with a wink and a smile and a thumbs up.
And a lot of lipstick.
And she won my heart forever. Haters to the left again, even though she doesn't have any haters anymore, but it's because I don't know why no one got Tammy Brown in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like after All Stars, it really just took
Tammy Brown. Oh, Tammy Brown.
Tammy, you know, she came in there kind of crazy with this wig all far back and like the mom nightgown thing on that. I'm like
winking at Rebecca Glasscock.
How you can't like that? Like how you can't love that?
Comedy.
Seriously. Ruth's commentary for this whole thing, like
it's truly what season 1 needed, just a little
that little boost, like switch it up a bit, yeah.
Why are they carrying purses?
Yeah. Okay, so next up was Jade, and she came in there like daytime, like ready, like let's go get a corn dog.
She was gonna go drive the minivan to go pick up the kids from school, and then they were gonna get Taco Bell drive-thru on the way home. And
so last but not least, Miss BB walks in ready, honey. She was ready to get some work done. Miss Thing with her purses and her business wig on.
Yeah.
The whole
she had the scarf, honey. A scarf. You came in with a scarf, okay?
Yes, she played too much.
So it was time for the she-mail, and I am just living for Ru reading herself.
Yeah.
And living for, you know, how far RuPaul's makeup has come.
Yes. And you allowed, you know, to really find it funny because Ru is the only one who can make fun of Ru.
Yes.
And get away with it.
Yes.
And I remember the ignorant bitch that I was when Ru first walked in the suit. You know, the suits, I suppose. And I was like, why is she in a suit? Like, like we can't get dragged all the time. Like,
yeah.
Now I know that you know when you take your non-drag chances where you can, pretty much, unless you're with them.
True. Cause 30 days of drag, you're doing the most.
Does she know how to like live out of drag anymore? Cause permanent tuck, like she gotta use like weave glue anyways.
Okay, so it was time for the first mini challenge, which was obviously a photo shoot with Mike Ruiz.
And time for some drags to get fucked up.
First up was Miss Tammy Brown. She did that. You know, classic Tammy Brown, can't do no wrong in my eyes. They went her good. She gave you iconic spitting out water moments.
And even though she was being like kind of stupid or whatever, like that's Tammy's thing.
Yeah, she did good.
She did that. She did that. Like she did that because it would have looked kind of weird if she was trying to be like all sexy and everything and just not her.
She did her.
You know, because Michael is like a little sexy and she like spitting water out her front teeth. Like that's it. Like that's it.
Okay, so next up was Miss Chanel, and you know, she did her thing. She had the pants half off. She was gonna make it work, you know. She
cake dripping.
Sex appeal, yes.
Victoria Porkchop Parker was super turned up with those hands and the water and everything. Like she looked like she was ready for a cigarette.
Yeah, she got all up in that moment, honey.
She was like happy
and they didn't need to wet her with a hose. She was wet already, okay? Okay, so next up was Miss Nina Flowers, and ever since the moment I first watched it, when she hits that first pose by the car, bitch.
And then lets her head back.
Yes, girl!
Yes. This is pussy.
Yeah.
This is high fashion. Yeah. This is conch couture, like.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. Yeah. Akasha, baby, she left quite the impression. Yeah. Okay? Because she, you know, was giving you all of this and the photo shoot, whatever, but she took all the clothes off.
Yeah.
I walked down the street in the daytime, honey.
Yeah, and that photo was sickening, bitch. Sickening.
Like, that's it. Like, that's an iconic Drag Race moment when
Yeah.
she walked away with her ass all out, like,
Yeah.
and because her vagina got wet. Everything. Saying. When Angina came out, it was already done. Like, that bitch was dressed for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
You know, she did her thing, and the picture was cute. She had the sponge, honey. She was taking the power back.
Yeah, I thought that was really pussy when she, like, lifted the sponge in the air and, like, poured it over her head. I was like, that's it. BB was a fucking professional, bitch, because she only started moaning and whining when the fucking shoot was over.
Bitch, that would have been me, like, to be in full drag and get doused in water has got to feel like a fucking... bleh.
Like being doused in fucking water in full drag.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck you
She's
do.
shedding, yes, go on.
But yes, it was pussy. It was pussy.
Yeah. Miss Jade was using all of her curves, honey. She was bending that back out, cracking that back.
Yeah, you know, crack that back. Yes. She was giving Eva Longoria.
Yes,
like,
but not with the white under the eyes.
I thought that Rebecca Glasscock looked like gorgeous in the face and everything, but after seeing everybody, I must say her outfit wasn't giving me like.
Yeah, and she came up like a little demure, like sat down. She was gonna take a bite at a crime, you know, but
yes, I felt like the final picture was like cute and everything. She looked good, but I felt like the outfit, like versus everybody else, was like not really popping.
So the main challenge was obviously drag on a dime.
Well, not obviously for them though.
It was the first time, bitch. So
yeah, they didn't get the privilege of knowing.
Yes, true. So you know the girls were talking in the workroom, and Miss Porkchop started talking about when she first started doing drag and how it was a really completely different scene. Obviously, how she'd been shot at and shit. So this was all very important for me to learn when I first watched Drag Race. I was like, shit, these bitches out here, really dying for this shit. It
was one of the first most inspiring moments of the show, like back when we first watched it, because especially being at a time where we would get a lot of shit down the street to know that things are progressing.
Yeah.
And that people have been through that. And she fighting the good fight, Miss Porkchop Parker.
Someone get her a Snickers. I already done it. Okay, so let's move on to the runway. Again, Ru's behind the scenes chitter chatter is just everything. Yeah. She came out. What do you think? I think it needs some jewelry, and then
to be honest, we don't even need to be reviewing this show because Mom is doing it for us.
Yes.
How we compete with that?
She's killing the game. She truly is. But the lighting and everything.
I do want to say one thing about the lighting, since we finally have the opportunity because we're reviewing. I really feel like the lighting makes the show stand out and made the show stand out when it first came out. And to me, when I first watched it, I remember feeling like the lighting was drag lighting. Like the fact that RuPaul had the nerve to smear Vaseline. I mean, not literally, I think.
Yeah.
But to do that, that's drag. That's pussy on fire, like I live.
Yeah. I am gonna miss Michelle Visage. We all know if you watch the, whatever they're called, what are they called?
The lunches?
The luncheon?
Lunches?
Michelle
I don't know, but
Visage.
nobody never eat no lunch, I can say that.
Pause. But, yeah. Miss Merle, aka What More Do You Want From Me, Miss Merle. She's back in the building, so let's see if she gives us any moments that she will. She will.
She ain't gonna be mother, but you know, it's smooth. First up was Nina Flowers, and that bitch shat on the stage.
Yeah.
She really shit on the stage, like the plaid pants with a fucking lace over her face,
Vivian
and that
Westwood, the hair. Oh my god.
Like the fact that she was able to do that in that amount of time with those dollar store whatever fucking junk she had, like
sickening. Over.
No words, like, and they ain't never been a bitch on that runway that's been able to do shit the way that Nina does it. Like, that's over. So Akasha came out on her whole tip, like we knew she was gonna give it. Like I already said, I'm never gonna be mad at that.
No, she gave you a short little swoop, you know, the knee leaks in black.
With a hoop earring.
Yeah. And the walk, oh my god.
And you know,
charging down the runway.
Ru put Akasha on the show because she was hooker drag at the time at least. And you know, Ru's been doing hooker drag in the past. So I feel like that's a big part of why Akasha was casted. I feel like, you know, they can say what they say on this episode, but you know, like that's what she was there to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Next up was Miss Ongina, and she came out with the loofahs. I'm gonna grab her in the shower, I'm gonna scrub my back. You know? But it's sickening. Carrie Bradshaw, you know, tease. The walk.
The walk. Can we talk about the walk?
It was it was truly iconic.
Seriously.
For me.
When she hit that plexiglass.
Yeah. Woo! I just keep scratching you.
I remember seeing Ongina down that runway doing that walk, and I was like, I want to beat that bitch. Like, she's so sickening.
Yeah.
And to take a loofah, and like make that garment and like sell it the way that she did, like, you don't see that often.
It wasn't too much the garment, it was the selling of the garment. You know?
But everything worked, like everything head to toe worked, like it all made sense. And that's that shit when you see a drag and you look at them and you say, I know who that is.
Yeah.
That's it. So next up was Victoria Porkchop Parker, and you know, of course, I feel like the look let her down a bit, but all of this was good with those contacts and everything.
You know, it wasn't the best outfit, but she sold as best as she could, and she took her moment, you know, so...
Yeah, to have a bite to eat. She took her moment for that, and I ain't mad at that.
No.
Because ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
You know, like, I know Ruth says in her book, never be seen eating in drag, but god damn it, that was right.
Yeah. Okay, so next up was Miss BB Zahara Benet, and, you know, I got my life. I remember when I watched it back in the day, I got my life. I love BB. And she was the first person to give me a, you know, transformative garment. She whipped off the corset. She threw it over her arm, and she was ready to give you dinner, honey. She, you know, waitress tease.
Yes, I love that she gave you something a little different, put a little bit of performance in there, and like real, like, fashion, like
flavor.
Yes, I thought Chanel looked over. Like, she styled that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, if this was a pageant, baby.
Yeah, and she had so many different shades of orange, and they were all like boom, 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 and it all looked so cohesive. And
everything.
Yeah, it was flawless.
Yes,
and
perfectly executed.
Out again. Let them know what you know for.
Okay, who's ready for some cultural appropriation? Now, don't do that. I feel like, you know, Jade, from what I saw her walking in with like the gray like sweater dress thing on, I wasn't thinking she was really gonna go that way with it.
Yeah.
So I was impressed with her. I was like, okay, so you do more than just like the daytime shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cute. It was my favorite, but...
Yeah, it was my favorite, but you know, it was the... You say it,
She get her swallow, honey! You know. Okay, so next up was Miss Rebecca Glasscock. Now, her outfit was not my favorite. You know, the tinfoil kind of piece I just wasn't it, and the stomach cutting, like the cutout wasn't. But she came beat for the gods, honey. And that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
And the little swoop wig and the little moment and the cheeks. The cheeks, honey. Yes.
Her paint game was everything. Like that foil dressing aside, like she was beat for the cheap seats.
Yes, God. So finally it was Miss Tammy Brown, and I thought she looked gorgeous. She really pulled it out. She did. Like something she owned.
Yes.
Kind of thing. It didn't look like cheap or dollar store or whatever. And she really sold it. She had the walk. I got my life. And then she finished by going out Ru's exit, which really is truly iconic. Tammy Brown leaving the wrong way is just... It's just...
I mean, what do you even do? And then I don't know what the setup was like, but I imagine like that's the place where Matthew paints through, and like she goes in there and Matthew just sat there like with like a coffee and a blunt outside, like, what you doing, bitch? Like, you feel me? The way that my baby girl Akasha handles her critique, that's how you handle critique.
Yeah.
That's how you do that.
Yeah.
Just so y'all watching out there can get some tips and some pointers.
Yes, girl.
Like they tell her, girl, you look to me, or she like, I see it? And they're like, yeah, girl, she like, no, I see it. So the winner this week was this Nina Flowers, first fucking winner of a challenge in Drag Race history.
Deservedly, because she did that.
She really, really, truly did. And the bottom two was Akasha and Victoria Parker. I know y'all was thinking it. It's this turtleneck. It's very dry.
So Akasha really, really turned the party.
She really did. She ate that.
Nobody wanted her to win. The judges, nobody wanted her to. Oh, she angry. She a wall of anger. Oh, she a bad attitude. Oh, she got, and she let them know, bitch, I'm here. I took off of work.
Yes.
And I'm gonna lip sync for my life. And she did that, She really did. Like when she was hitting it, all of this. Yeah.
I was like, dang, Akasha, like you really want this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people can critique, like, Akasha's performances and stuff, whatever. But like, you watch this show and you gotta say, like, give Akasha her 10, you know, because she can do that. She really can.
Miss Porkchop, I didn't feel like the show was right for her. She's come in, she's a legendary part of it, but she did her thing, and she's always gonna be iconic, and I'm sad to see her go, but there's like no girls this season in like 8 episodes, like shit. They go quick, so we gonna miss you, Porkchop.
Well, I mean, we can't really miss you because this is like how many years ago.
Oh, well.
And if anything, Porkchop recently is getting a lot more love and everything, doing like the whole World of Wonder stuff, so it's really good.
For all these girls to get their shine now with season 1.
Yes, and the first bitch ever to be told to sashay away.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of our review.
Yeah.
We hope y'all liked it. Remember to hit the thumbs up button. And subscribe if you ain't already. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram.
Everything in the Pacific section.
Down there. So click read more, and there's plenty of information for y'all to get your teeth into. So we hope this review was of some interest to some of y'all. I can't believe we back here, back in the drag, doing the damn thing. Yes, it feels good though, honey. She's got her jewelries on. Her nails, you like my nails? Yes, I miss my nails. And because we keep getting a couple of questions every now and then, the cruise is happening in November. We still going. It's happening like soon. It's happening. We gotta get like our outfits together, bitch. So, yes, it's still happening. We ain't gone yet. Don't worry, we'll get videos or whatever. Because people are like, oh, have you gone yet? I'm like, do you really think that we'd go and not have like nothing? The end of November. Yes. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.